Hello, my name is Sarah Ranney, and I live in the East Bay. And among other volunteer roles within the Sierra Club, I am a member of the 7-person nomination committee of the San Francisco Bay chapter. The nomination committee does the work of ensuring free and fair elections for the Sierra Club chapter and the group executive committees. This is my second year serving on the committee, and one of our goals for this year is making sure the process of running for an XCOM seat is truly accessible and straightforward for anyone who might be interested. So that's the reason we're doing this video. We'll spend the next few minutes talking about the decision to run for an executive committee spot and the process for doing so. I'm joined here with Chance Cutrano. He's a member of the chapter executive committee. Thank you for helping out, Chance. Do you mind sharing what led you to run for a Sierra Club role and what the experience has been like?
I've always been aware of the great work that the Sierra Club has been doing for years. I knew of their activism. I knew of their outings programs. I've used their outings programs where I live, but I had no idea that I could help direct club activities in my own community. And I attended some meetings with my local Sierra Club group here in Marin, the Marin group of the San Francisco Bay chapter. And I got a feel for the team. I volunteered a number of times for different things. And then I ended up running for the executive committee of my local group. Since then, I've had opportunities to support environmental and social justice goals, from banning single-use plastics to organizing municipalities here in Marin to move to 100% renewable energy. Over the last 4 years, I've continued to explore the many opportunities made available to volunteer leaders, working at local, regional, state, even national levels with the board of directors, and running to be an elected volunteer leader is one of the greatest things I think the club makes available to people. And it's surely helped me make a positive impact on my community. So I'm excited for anybody watching that's considering.
Thank you, Chance. So what I'd like to do next is walk through the actual nomination process. Everything you need is spelled out on this elections page, and I'm going to navigate to that now and walk through that with you. All right, so to get to that elections page, you can go to the Sierra Club San Francisco Bay website and then look for that big blue Step Up box on the homepage. That is your path in. And once you're here, I won't go through every part of this web page. It's really meant to give you all the information you need, but I wanted to just call out a couple of key points. And one of them is the distinction between the two executive committees. So we have both chapter XCOM and group XCOMs. If you don't already know, the San Francisco Bay chapter is divided into 8 regional groups. I've got a little map of them here. The 8 groups are the way that we divide up the overall Bay chapter, since it's such a large and active chapter, and it allows each group to focus on more local issues. So the XCOMs of the groups are those that are focused on those community level decisions, advocacy, things that are happening in city councils and school boards, other decision-making bodies. And if you're new to thinking of a leadership role within the Sierra Club, those group XCOMs are a really great place to start. The chapter XCOM is the executive committee of the overall chapter, so making up those 8 groups. And it covers the 4 Bay Area, as we've defined the Bay, San Francisco Bay chapter, it's the 4 counties of San Francisco, Marin, Contra Costa, and Alameda. Moving on, something you should make sure that you have is an active membership with the Sierra Club, and you can check that a couple of different ways, but we've spelled out those options here. And if you're not sure which of the 8 groups you belong in, it's all based on your residential address. There's a map here that shows you that as well. So once you've decided if you are going to run for a chapter XCOM seat or a group XCOM seat, you can download the relevant packet here. There's one for chapter and one for all of the groups. It's sort of a generic group nomination packet. And the packet will just take you through a series of biographical questions, as well as some questions that help us get to know you a bit better, your experience and passion, and why you want to run for a seat. So those will be due on September 8th, which is a Tuesday. And unlike past years, we have a pretty easy way for you to submit them by going to this new submission page that allows you just to add the file here as a simple upload. And once you've done that, you'll have confirmation back that it has been received by us. In the past, we've done that over email, and I think this will be, I think it will be easier for everyone to receive them that way. Next deadline to keep in mind is that on Friday, October 2nd, statements and candidate pictures are due, and those will be the voter-facing statements. It'll appear in the Yodeler and online to give voters a better sense of who you are as a candidate. Elections will be open in November and then close December 11th. And then on Saturday, December 12th, ballots will be counted. Historically, that's been done in person in the Sierra Club office in Berkeley, and it's open to anyone who wants to come and observe or participate in that ballot counting process. Of course, this year with COVID-19, we will probably find an alternative method of doing that safely, but that same spirit of transparency will prevail. So stay tuned for that. And then on December 13th, candidates will be contacted with the ballot results. So that's really that's the gist of it, and I hope that's been helpful. Before I sign off, I just want to make sure that you know that you can reach the Nominations and Elections Committee at any time with any questions you might have at elections@sfbaysc.org. And I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Those emails will go to our fearless chair, Peggy De Silva, but also to the rest of the committee, which is me, Beth, Lucy, Scott, and William. And we are really, as your Nominations and Elections Committee, we are really committed to doing what we can to make sure that this process is understandable, that it's open to all, and really on both sides of the equation as a potential nominee or candidate, and then as a voter. We understand that both of those need to be done well for us to be in a really vibrant democracy here as Sierra Club members. So we hope that this video has done that a little bit for you and that it's been useful. And if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much. Bye.